Mind reading present. 9 brutal but eye-opening signs he pretends to love you. Hey, lovely viewers, and welcome back to Mind Reading. In today's video, we will discuss an important topic: signs that your partner may just be pretending to love you. First, let's talk about communication. Is he open and honest about his feelings? Or does he often hide things from you? This could be a sign that he is not entirely sincere. In addition, notice if he is consistent in his actions or often capricious. This could be a sign that he is not completely attached to this relationship. These are just a few examples of the signs we'll cover in this video, so be sure to watch till the end. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss other exciting content. Thanks for watching. What are some signs he pretends to love you? I mean, it's hard to guess, especially when someone is trying to hide their true feelings all the time. At this point, you may not even know what is and isn't true. You don't want to believe that he is capable of this. You really want to trust him and the relationship you have. However, it's not easy to do so when something in your instinct says otherwise. Something inside you gives you a reason to doubt it. That's why you're here, and you want someone to give you an answer. I really hope this is nothing more than a deep insecurity, but you deserve to know if he is just playing you. Number 1. He puts problems aside. One of the first signs he pretends to love you is when he puts problems aside. Every relationship has its ups and downs, and it's unrealistic to expect everything to be perfect. The most important thing in the situation is to be open about the issues and communicate things. You can't hide things and expect them to magically get better. However, it seemed that he didn't want to talk about anything. Every time you come to him about a problem, he seems annoyed at you. He seems like he's just waiting until the conversation ends. And when you're persistent, he starts avoiding you altogether. In a healthy relationship, when the two of you fall in love with each other, you feel respected and cared for whenever you feel discomfort in your relationship. Number 2. He is not clear about his plans for the future. You probably know that the man who loves you will see a future with you. He wants to spend the rest of his life beside you. Even so, your boyfriend doesn't seem to fit in with it. You thought it was because you just started dating, but now that you've been together long enough, it's crazy to think that he doesn't want to plan your future together. Every time you ask him something, he just avoids vague questions or answers. Number 3. He pays attention to other women and often teases them. So, let me see if I'm right. You go out, you have fun. However, one day, your boyfriend starts talking to one of your friends, and he becomes too flirtatious. I mean, he started complimenting your friend, he started hugging him and completely ignoring your existence. This is also not the first time it has happened. When you try to tell her that her behavior isn't good, she's telling you that you feel insecure. He said he was in a relationship with you, and he could be with anyone, but he chose to be with you. Do you really believe that the man who said this did it because he loved you? Number 4. He likes physical intimacy, but affection is not his favorite thing. There is a big difference between physical intimacy and affection. Affection is so innocent. It's about moments of closeness and comfort together. However, all she wanted was to meet her physical needs, and she didn't care about any treatment afterwards. Every time you try to cuddle with him, he actually seems annoyed at you. You can feel that he would rather be somewhere other than in your arms right now. A man who sincerely loves you will always love you, not because he wants something inappropriate, but because he wants to stay close to you. Number 5. He becomes aggressive. When a man becomes aggressive, it's one sign he pretends to love you. Aggression is not always obvious. Sometimes, it's just about the way he moves or speaks. He doesn't have to touch you to be considered aggressive. When you try to touch her, she moves her hand away. When you try to kiss her, she looks disgusted and makes a gasping sound. All of these things are aggressive, even if they seem passive. These moments scare you with every reaction he might give, and that fear is definitely a sign of abuse. Number 6. He does not want to introduce you to his family and friends. One of the signs he pretends to love you is when he is reluctant to introduce you to his family and friends. I mean, you've already told your family everything about him, and your friends know that you're in love with this man. However, Whenever you come up with the idea of meeting someone close to him, he always looks for ways to avoid the topic. A man who sincerely loves you will proudly introduce you as his girlfriend to the people who mean a lot to him. This man especially didn't care. I guess he didn't intend to stay long in your life, but he didn't want to explain everyone why you broke up, once the time came. Number 7. He has no room for difficult conversations. It doesn't matter if you want to talk to him about the fact that you haven't met his family yet, or that he's not involved in any of the plans you've made for the future. He simply ignores your need for conversation and tells you that you are being dramatic. More often than not, this guy will ask you to stop nagging him and be reasonable. It's manipulation, to be honest. In the simplest way, let me tell you this: a man who loves you will never make you feel that your problems are not worth talking about. Number 8. Somehow, it's always your fault. Although he is the reason you feel bad every day, every time you try to talk to him about it, he turns you around, and he makes you feel that you are the problem. Somehow, every conversation ends the same. It's always your fault. Do you think this will happen to a man who sincerely loves you? Her biggest priority is to make you feel heard and show that she cares enough to change her behavior. Only a man who pretends to love you, no matter what the reason, will act heartlessly and return everything to you. Number 9. He is defensive in everything. This is in line with the previous thing we have talked about. I mean, is a man who loves you sincerely going to always get defensive about the things you think are wrong in your relationship? Why have I always been a bad person? Can I do something right in this relationship? All these sentences are just his way of avoiding the actual conflict that exists. He won't be the first to start a fight, but once you tell him something is wrong, he'll automatically attempt a retelling every time he's angry with you, and he doesn't say it. Anything. This is one sign that he is pretending to love you. Of course, the man who loves you can also experience communication barriers, so he becomes defensive when you mention something. However, this keeps happening even after you ask him to come clean to you, then you have a problem. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.